I planned on posting a video yesterday, and I looked at it, and it was real shaky. The footage was just horrible. I decided I wasn't going to go with that. I am putting a truck back together for my brother. Well, actually doing all the mechanicals. He's got a body man coming in to restore it, and that's taking quite a bit of my time. I'm going over to change fuel pumps in it probably tomorrow. I'm also working on, of all things, some vintage software for some older computer systems. Kind of a thing I've wanted to do for a long time. I used to program back in the day a lot, and I haven't touched it in over 10 years. So I'm actually going back to my roots a little bit, and I've actually coded a couple things for some retro systems, basically MS-DOS machines. I'm doing, one of them's a DOS shell I've always wanted to do. And another one is I'm probably going to do like a little simple game like Lunar Lander or something like that. It's just something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I used to code like incessantly. I never really published anything, but I would actually spend hours and hours and hours. And it was kind of fun. I'm doing it all under emulation because I don't have any old PC hardware. I don't even have modern PC hardware. I use a MacBook, so it's all under emulation in DOSBox. But yeah, so yesterday I spent some time digging up all the tools I'd need, like the compilers and a Norton DOS shell kind of look-alike program. It's called DOS Navigator. And I downloaded that basically because if you've ever dealt with the command line in DOS, it's not complex, but it does cut down productivity. And this is what we did yesterday. On the plus side, she's running. But the reason we took the bed off is these tanks. We're gonna rebuild. It needs 2 sending units, needs 2 fuel pumps. I gotta figure out this mess here and why it seems to take fuel from the rear tank, fill up the front tank, and then overflow that. Alright, I think I know what the problem is. Been doing some reading. This actually doesn't have a valve, a solenoid switch valve. What it does is it just changes power to the fuel pumps, and they have check valves in them. So when we're drawing off the rear tank, it pressurizes the system. The check valve in the front tank's bad, so then it pumps into this, overflows this, and then comes through this fitting over here. Now I'm not convinced this fitting here is stock because I'm looking at this and that looks like a bodge weld. Here's the wiring for the solenoid that it goes into down on the frame rail. This goes up like there, and that doesn't look stock. So I'm thinking that somebody added this and did something weird. I have no idea what the hell they did. I might have to find a new filler valve or a new filler for this, or take it off here, fix that, and it should be alright, and cap that off for the evap system. So yeah, I have to change these 2 sending units and pumps anyway, so that should fix the problem. Doesn't look like the wiring's been molested. Doesn't look like any of the fuel lines have been messed with, other than this. So that's where I'm at with it. The body guy starts on this truck next week. He's going to block sand it out, and then he's going to paint it, and it's going to be a 2-tone truck. It is an F250 long bed, and you might ask, why would anybody want to put all that effort into a 93 F250 long bed? Well, besides this truck being extraordinarily clean and rust-free, it's even fairly straight. It's got a few little things. My brother, when he got into this business, drove an F250 this year, a 93, I think it was a 93 F250. It was the truck he was assigned. It's kind of where he got his start. He's always wanted one. So he found himself one. Now we're just going through it, and we're going to build a really nice truck out of it. Yeah. And it's going to be a nice truck. It's already a fairly nice truck. I mean, I don't know if you can see the interior on this thing, but I mean, we've got stuff all in it right now. The seats are sitting over in the corner. But it's just a really nice old truck. These rode really nice. They got absolutely atrocious gas mileage though. That's a 460 V8 in here. It's a big block Ford. But all in all, it's just a good old truck, and this is what my brother wanted, so I'm doing my best to help him with it. He is paying me, but all right, the other thing that's going on is this lift. He's had it, he just had it moved. They're finishing bolting it down. Then I'm going to have a lift in here for working on this stuff. That is going to be nice. This is the stuff I usually work on. This one here is a stump grinder. And that one there's a sweeper, viber plate, jumping jack, sod cutter. That's just a pressure washer. These are the things I usually work on around here. Oh yeah, and the whacker. Then there's a bobcat and an excavator, but they're not here right now. Oh, and a forklift. So now I'm off to Ford. I gotta get the bolts for the oil pan for the F350 diesel. I'm switching it to a steel pan. It's a 2011 6.7 Power Stroke, and it has a composite pan on it that's leaking. So we're gonna upgrade it to the steel pan, like they used on the later ones.